Alright, so I'm going to go through a little tour of my garden. A garden that me and my brother Brandon built. We have a deep connection with nature, and we believe that we can live in harmony with it. So we're trying to take those ideas and connect it with reality, which for us at the time is a suburban setting. Wanted to run off into the wilderness and just hunt and forage. Unfortunately, the ecosystem around here is not strong enough to really support that very well. So we decided to try to do what we can, do our part, and kind of restore the habitat and help the small ecosystem of our property. So let's take a look. So right here we have some hugelkultur beds. So we actually put in a lot of alder, which breaks down fairly quickly and rots, and lots of fungus like to grow on it. These are wood chips that we just brought in. We did the pathways. There's a raised bed I'd built. So in the middle is an apple tree, and this apple tree has received little to no pruning. I would say most of our trees receive little to no pruning. Nature knows what it's doing a little bit better than most humans, in my opinion. At least knows better than I do, I can say that. There we go. I'm really fascinated with the natural structure of trees and how they really take care of themselves if you just let them be. Instead of pruning them, if you let them grow out, you won't need spreader bars. You won't need to prune every single year, which in my opinion is completely insane. You're opening it up to different fungal infections and disease and anything that's opportunistic to just hop right in every single time you prune, and that's a little crazy to me. So just crossing branches or anything that's dead or dying, I'll cut that out. But besides that, I'll just let the trees grow, and as the branches get much longer, they'll start to weigh themselves down and they'll spread out and do their thing. So here's a seaberry, and it's getting shaded out, so I think it's on its way out. Here is a black currant. It's doing pretty well. I've been propagating off of it like crazy. Some strawberries. They like the wood chips. Here's a goji berry and some evidence of ants. Here's a red currant. It's doing very well. More strawberries. Mulberry. Lots of small mulberries on there. That is a plum tree.
Gotta fix the diameter of these suckers.
And there is a blueberry, red currant, some sort of interesting flowering perennial that we brought in with some soil we were given. Here's an aronia. Erroneous. This plant is a native. Call it a choke cherry. The berries develop into something similar to a blueberry. However, they're, in my opinion, not quite as sweet, a little bit more astringent, but definitely better for you. There's an autumn olive, which is a nitrogen fixer, and it's very invasive in some areas, but not here. Lots of raspberries, and these raspberries have actually been protecting this apple tree, because instead of going for the apple tree, the deer will just go for the raspberries, and they'll eat the young, tender leaves, which are really good for you, by the way. They sell them at health food stores, dried. What else do we have on this side? We have a honeyberry. These honeyberries are absolutely amazing. They're really interesting, and they have these fruit. These blue, let me grab one. Little blue fruits that taste a lot like a huckleberry. On this side we have a sea berry, sea buckthorn, nitrogen fixer. Right next to the fig tree. This one is, I want to say it's a Desert King. Yes. And that is an evergreen huckleberry. Devil's Club. Salvaged it from the woods and planted it here. It's doing pretty well. This is Zandra vine. What else do we have? More strawberries, and this is a service berry. Which, man, they sure do grow everywhere. There's another black currant. Comfrey coming through. Another currant. Gooseberry. Alright, so this is a mulberry. Doing pretty well. Jostaberry. Asian pear. Then gilding this mulberry, we have a gooseberry, and I planted another sea berry that I propagated. We'll see how it does. I have a little bit of comfrey and artichoke, some other things. Gilding this black mission fig. Fig tree itself is having a little bit of problems. A little bit of leaf curl and discoloration. See what happens. Sometimes those issues will fix themselves over time. Another Josta. And then we have an elderberry, some rhododendrons, comfrey, Asian pear. Plants I'm propagating in the back of there. Peach tree, warm farm, currants, kiwis, lots of grapes all over the side of the house, cherry trees, and lots of stuff in the back that'll make another video for. And there's a white currant. So anyhow, the way we built all this was just basically bare hands, just getting in the dirt, being really creative, using things that we had available, trying to turn waste products that were on site into something valuable. And I think that that's really important to do. And then I also purchased plants that I wasn't able to acquire through cuttings or any other method of propagation, just to get the genetics. So we're really frugal with everything. We didn't spend a whole lot of money. We didn't really have anyone else's help, and there was a lot of work done. It may not seem like it, but once you actually start doing things, you'll realize it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and it's very satisfying. And just getting your hands dirty, it's proven to make you feel better. So if you're depressed and you're bored, I tell you what, man, the best thing for you could be just getting your hands dirty and starting to grow something. So try it out, and if you've already tried it out, you know what I'm talking about. But anyhow, it's the way to go. Good lifestyle, in my opinion, works for me. I like it a lot.